All right, what's happening backstage is here. Let's see if we get anybody else here. We're going live in the top of the ninth inning right now. So we'll watch the finish of the game together. Yankees are up 7-4. And let's see if anybody else hops on. Figured might as well do this. We do this together here. Zach Green, who I've not heard of before, is on the mound. And let's see what we got. And then I'll do a quick recap once the game ends. But at least we can watch the game finish together, and hopefully the Yankees win together. Right now it's 1-1. Who's up? Smith, Najiba. I can't pronounce his name, but that's who's up against Zach Green. And but Yankees, they hit 5 home runs today, guys. So 5 home runs, not too bad, not too shabby at all. So, and we'll watch again. We'll watch the top of the ninth together here. So there's 1-2. Zach Green's on the mound. And 5 home runs, Josh Donaldson led off with a home run. And Higashioka hit one opposite field. Judge is at 2 today. So he's positioning himself perfectly for an extension offer. And also Marwin Gonzalez, another home run. Psycho RPS was good. Strikeout. 1 out. 1 out in the ninth. Perez is coming up next, so that's pretty good. And Garrett Cole started the game, made it into the third inning. He hit his 50-pitch limit. Got hit around a little bit, but he got struck out 5 guys. And his velocity was at between 96 and 98 the whole game, so that's really good. His off-speed stuff wasn't there just yet, so it forced him to a little bit more fastball. So they hit him a little bit. And Diego Castillo hit a home run. And what's the other kid's name? Cole Tucker also hit a home run. So he got touched up a little bit. But that's fine. That's normal. I mean, it's normal this time of year. This is his first time out again through 50 pitches, or 49 actually to be exact. 2 innings pitched, 3 runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 homers. So, and I think one base on ball, 1 walk. So we got 1 out here. Perez is up, and let's see how we finish the game. I'll do a quick recap once this is over. This will be a short and sweet live stream. I'll start doing a couple of these per week. I'll try to do them as often as I can. Live stream recap of the game so that we can recap it together if you haven't watched the game. George F., what's happening, man? Hey, bud. Yeah, welcome. Glad you popped on. Just doing a quick recap. The Yankees are winning 7-4 in the 9th inning, so don't worry if you can't stay because of bandwidth and Wi-Fi and stuff. I totally get it. I've been there on vacation with service is terrible, so been there lots of times. But, yeah, we're just checking in. We're just doing a quick recap. Backstage is in the house as always, and I don't expect this to be as live and crazy as some of the other, live streams that we do. This is a quick recap. 1-2, 2-2 right now. 2-2. Perez is up, but that's pretty much what happened. I mean, Jose Quintana started with for the Pirates, went 3 innings, pitched 5 hits actually, 3 earned runs. 2 strikeouts, gave up 3 home runs, and JT Brubaker came in as one of the guys that I mentioned as a potential acquisition for the Yankees if they wanted to get a starter. 2.1 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs. So he got hit a little bit too. So not a great selling point for me today, JT Brubaker. But the Yankees bats are really, really coming around. It was good to see Judge now on the board. And this is 2 outs. High fly ball to left field. To Michael Beltran, another guy working to try to get move up to the system. 2 outs. 2 outs, 2 outs. So, all right, we got 1 to go. Who's up? Davis, number 9 hitter. So, again, Zach Green is thrown is on the hill to close this game out. So, Yankees had Cole and then Jordan Montgomery came in for 2.1 innings. 2 and 2/3 actually. 2 hits, 5 strikeouts. Struck out the side in the 4th inning as well, so he looked pretty clean too. And Barrett Losecki came in the 3rd to replace Cole. Cole left 2 guys on base. Losecki gave let one of them in, but it was credited to Cole. Losecki threw an innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Johnny Lasagna threw a clean 7th. Albert Abreu threw a clean 8th. So, and now we've got Zach Green here. So, looking to close the game out in the 9th. So let's see what we do here. 0-1. 1-1. It's 1-1. So might be closing it out shortly. But the Gary Johnson's in the house. What's happening, man? What's happening, my man? Just doing a quick recap, finishing and watching the game together in the 9th. And I'll probably do that. When I do a live kind of recap, I'll plug it in, or I'll start it in the 9th inning when the Yankees are when the game's about to end. Ground to the third. Game over. Yankees win 7-4 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's the end of the game right there. 7-4. 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Yankees. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pirates. So a good overall win. Again, Cole's debut, he got on the board just to get his pitch count up, and Montgomery's kind of building on what he's already started too. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Again, I'll take you through a quick recap for those that have been on. Gerrit Cole started the game. It was his first game today against the Pirates. Went 2 innings, but he was between 96 and 98 miles an hour, so his velocity was really, really solid. And 2 strikeouts in the first, 3 in the second. So struck out 5 total, 49 pitches. 2 innings pitched, but pitched into the third, but didn't get anybody out. He hit his pitch count. 3 runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 homers. Okay. And then his command was solid. Again, mostly fastballs he threw. And but he got hit a little bit. So Josh Donaldson hit a leadoff home run to put him up 1-0. Kyle Higashioka, actually from there, Diego Castillo hit a 2-run home run to put the Pirates up 2-1. And then from there, Higashioka, Cole Tucker hit a solo home run to put them up 3-1. And then Higashioka with a solo home run. Actually, solo home run to put them at 3-2 for Higashioka, an opposite field shot, and then Judge hit a 2-run home run to put him up 4-3. Jonathan Jimenez, what's happening, man? Yo, Elvis, what's good? Yeah, Shelby Miller. I put a video out on that. For those that don't know, the Yankees signed oldie Shelby Miller. He's only 31 years old, but he was really, really good in the early 2010s, like 2011, 2012, 13, 14. They signed him on a minor league deal and invited him to spring training, so he'll be there tomorrow. And I do think it'll be good, Jonathan. I do. I expect him to be good. And what else here? Barrett Losecki replaced Cole in the third, 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Judge hit a second home run over the center field wall, over everything. Was his first home run. The second home run was kind of opposite field. Marwin Gonzalez hit a 2-run home run to put the Yankees up 5-4, and then Judge's second home run put him up 7-4. Okay, and that was the final score. Johnny Lozano threw a clean 7th. Albert Abreu threw a clean 8th. And Zach Green threw a clean 9th. Okay, and the only offense on the Pirates side was Diego Castillo with a 2-run home run in the second, and Cole Tucker with a solo shot in the third. Jose Quintana started for them through 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts, gave up 3 home runs. And then JT Brubaker came in, gave up 2 home runs as well, 4 hits and 4 earned runs. So those 2 guys gave up all 7 runs for the Yankees. So that's the recap. It's short and sweet. Gary Johnson, thank you. I appreciate that. And at some point, I'll be adding some highlights here so you can see some things that kind of spruce up the channel. But I definitely want to chime in with some post-game recaps, and we can at least share together especially when the Yankees win. So, but at the end of the game, it's kind of cool to watch the last half inning or inning together. But that's what happened right now. It's 7-4 for the Yankees. Again, for those of you who haven't heard, they signed Shelby Miller. He was with the Atlanta. He was with the Arizona Diamondbacks. With a couple of teams. A journeyman. He's only 31 years old. But great game, Sean. That's right, man. It was a great game. It was a good win. And but he brought in Shelby Miller on a minor league deal, invited him to spring training, so for pitching depth. But I hope it's not the only pitching move that they make. They still clearly need another starting pitcher. Maybe Shelby Miller might make it as a reliever or something, or a long reliever. So Nick P, I feel fine about Cole. He was just getting some stuff. His velocity between 96 and 98. He's healthy. His fastball was up there. His off-speed stuff got hit a little bit today, but it was his first, just like all the other Yankees, their first outing. They're trying to get their feet under them again. So he threw 49 pitches. He was fine. He was fine, Nick. So I'm not worried about Gerrit Cole. I'm not worried about him at all. Anthony Torres Rivera, what's happening, man? We're just going over a quick recap. And the Yankees look solid again. It was a solid win. Again, it's just kind of guys are getting their bearings, and the offense keeps coming around and getting a little bit better. So their offense is going to be fine. Gleyber Torres got another hit as well, so he looks pretty good. How do I feel? Boom. Sean, I think he's just testing things out in spring training. I don't think Donaldson's going to be a leadoff guy. And Gleyber was fine. Nick, he got a base hit. Contributed today as well. And the Yankees made some good plays in the infield too. Marwin Gonzalez was solid again with some good defense and another home run. So he looks really, really good towards making the team. Ender Inciarte probably looks as another guy, and then probably Ben Rortvedt. Those guys would be 3 guys on the bench. And right now, the way that it's trending. It might change next week and a half, but you know, it is what it is. Cole got his work in today. Montgomery got a little bit more work in too. So they're kind of inching their way towards. And with a keep in mind, with a shortened spring training, they're just going to take a little bit longer for these guys to ramp up. So, and even that's one reason why they expanded roster to 28 to give them a little bit more padding through April. So, and then we'll see what happens. What I think will be the next big trade to the Yankees. I don't know if it'll be a huge trade, Anthony, but I think the Yankees are going to trade for a pitcher. I mean, it could be anyone from, Kyle Hendricks from Cubs or Sean Manaea, Frankie Montas. More likely Sean Manaea, but preferably Frankie Montas. Most likely those guys, I think. I think Gardner's days are over here. I think so, especially Marwin looking good. And, what's his name? Ender Inciarte looking good. And you have Tim LaCastro back now, too. There's really no need for Gardner. It's a sentimental choice. Sure, I get it. But at this point, they need as much, depth as possible and good quality depth. So, and, I would hate to bring back Gardner and lose out on these guys and then Gardner have a huge drop off in production. That would stink. It really would stink. So, but, again, their offense is slowly coming around. It's going to be solid, I think, by opening day. Cole's going to be pitching opening day versus Boston at Yankee Stadium, so that's going to be exciting. And I'll definitely be going live during that live stream. So, during that game, and either in the beginning or the end, or maybe both. Maybe do a little short live stream to get us kick started, like a Yankee hype video or something, and then finish the game in the opening day video, which I'm hoping that they're going to be winning at that point. So hopefully Lasagna or Chapman will be in there closing it out. I'm hoping so. So, but I'm in agreement. I think Gardner's days are more likely over than not. But that's the recap, guys. So if you haven't heard what I put out in the beginning, it's just watch the video and take a look at it. It's going to keep it short and sweet. But it's a rundown. Cole started against Jose Quintana. Jordan Montgomery looked pretty solid and kind of building off what he had last time. Cole's velocity was up 96 to 98. Hit his pitch count, gave up a couple hits, a couple home runs. But no surprise. This is spring training. So Judge looked good, 2 home runs. Yashioka keeps looking good. He's got a couple of home runs this spring too. So it's pretty nice. Peter Minetti, I do think they'll acquire a pitcher before opening day. I think they have to. Honestly, I really do. Again, expansion of rosters to 26 from 26 to 28. If Davey Garcia and Clark Schmidt keep looking solid, those guys might be a good fits to plug in as those 2 additional roster spots. Otherwise, I see a starting pitcher coming in. I don't think Cashman's done, and I don't think he should be done. So I agree with you there, Sean Browning. Cashman is not done. And I don't expect the move to be super sexy. But it could be a solid move, one or 2 of them maybe. So that's what I'm kind of expecting from Brian Cashman, the Yankees. But I think they'll let the season play out for a couple weeks. They might, Peter. There are some. Guys like Michael Conforto still not signed. A bunch of other guys are still not signed yet. So there's over 100 guys that haven't signed yet. So there is depth out there. It's just not a lot of pitching depth. So the lineup does not look bad, Leon 15. You're right about that. It does not look bad. It looks solid. And, and again, guys are slowly coming together. This is how the Yankees lineup does it in spring training. Things just coming together, and all of a sudden you realize, okay, we got enough guys here. And I think their offense has enough firepower. It's just the pitching I'm a little bit worried about. So I don't feel comfortable with Aaron Hicks in center field. I also don't feel comfortable with our catching situation, Anthony Torres Rivera. I'm with you there. I share your same concerns. I really, really do. Do you, Elvis? Thank you so much for the donor, man. I appreciate that. We're keeping this short, just a quick live stream post game, but I appreciate that very much, you Elvis. Thank you. And how often do I really see teams make trades a week before opening day? Not very often, but it has happened, and it has happened with the Yankees. So, but I still see. They need another starting pitcher one way or another. So, and again, if Clark Schmidt pans out, if Davey Garcia pans out, fine, totally fine. But I still think they need to bring in another starting pitcher. Hope they have a place for Andujar. Huh? That's still, Pascal. I know. If he's either going to be on the bench or they're going to move him for a prospect or something. Those are the 2. Only 2 scenarios I see for Andujar at this point. He doesn't really have a position, and it'd be nice to get his bat in lineup. I just don't know how many at bats he'll get. So don't be surprised if he's traded in the next couple of days. But it's nice to see him hitting again. He had a nice home run yesterday too. So thinking of Timkins and Jordans. What's happening, man? Just doing a quick recap here of the game. And like I said, guys, I'll be doing it a little bit more often now just so we can recap certain things. And you know what's going on, what happened with the game in case you haven't seen it. Yankees won 7-4. So it was a good, solid win. And, Cole made his debut. And some other guys keep going. They also sat, some guys too. They sat kind of for left, and they sat some other guys. Sat DJ. But it is what it is. Nick Apostolakos, thank you very, very much, man. My apologies if I pronounce your name wrong. I appreciate that, man. I'll definitely keep it up. Because as a fan base, we looked at teams like the Dodgers and expect to have all the star at every position. When in reality, you can have a couple of solid players like Hicks and Sigin. Yes, exactly, and still win a World Series. Exactly, Peter Renacci. Exactly. Judge for pitching just in case they can't sign him. That would be interesting, Joe Pro. It really would. They did sign, for those of you who haven't heard, they signed Shelby Miller a little while ago during the game. So I put out a video on that. Some details it's in the description below, so take a look at that. Just a short video. Timkins and Jordans. Yeah, but Cole pitched okay. Got his pitch count was 50, hit 49 pitches. He got into the third, struck out 5 guys, gave up a couple home runs, but they were actually on fastballs, like right down the middle. So he got hit a little bit, but aside from that, he got his work in. It was his first game, and he'll be fine. Cole will be fine. I think a little bit of him because Andujar did well in 2018, and then the injuries happened. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He was just hurt by injuries, and Clint Frazier was hurt by injuries, and then we found out 2 days ago that he had a concussion and didn't even tell the Yankees. He hid a concussion from the Yankees. I think it was in 2019, if I remember correctly. No, that's unfortunate. That should not happen. But I feel bad for Andujar, but I hope he stays healthy. If he stays here, I hope he gets an opportunity somewhere else. If he doesn't, so Cole didn't pitch lousy, Joe Pro. He didn't pitch lousy. He pitched pretty decent. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. Gave up 2 home runs, but so what? All the other Yankees pitchers are giving up home runs. This is their first game. And his velocity was 96 to 98. He was locating pitches pretty good. His off-speed stuff's not there yet, but that's fine. I do think Judge gets paid this week, you Elvis. Anthony Medina, what's happening, man? Just recapping the game really quickly. And Yankees won 7-4. 7-4, so good win. Again, it's not always flashy there in spring training. So the Yankees are just getting ready for the season. A very long season, 162 games. So guys are just getting ready, building up. And again, those extra 2 roster spots I think are going to come in handy for the pitchers. With a short and ramped up, you need to protect the pitchers. So, and they need to take advantage of that. 6 years, $210 million for Judge, $35 per year. Yeah, Sal Pascal. Yeah, that would be nice. What do I think the Judge offer will be? Anywhere between 6 and 7 years for between 30 and 35 million per. So anywhere between 6 and 180 to 7 and 245. Cole's just getting his work. Yeah, just like everybody else, just getting his work in. So these guys got to get their feet under them right now. So it's the first game in months. Who else for the Yankees going to pick up Sean Manaea? Manaea would be a nice pickup. He would be a nice pickup. He would be. In your honest opinion, do you think the Yankees are done? No, I think they have one more move. Think Tim King and Jordans. I really do. It's probably a catcher or a starting pitcher or both. When you have like the Oakland A's and you have the Chicago Cubs that are prime candidates for like a multiplayer trade, pitcher and a catcher. So, but I do see them making one more move aside from the move they made today, which was a minor league deal for Shelby Miller for right-handed pitcher. So, I still have them making another move. So, but this is essentially where the Yankees are. They're a little bit ahead. Their offense is a little bit ahead of where they were last year, and the pitchers are again building slowly because of that massive. Not only massive layoff, but starting spring training on a delay as well. They've cut into their ramp-up time, so they had to push it back. So, I think the Yankees will be fine. It's going to take the pitchers a little bit longer to get ready, but that applies to pitchers on other teams too. So, and I'm just hoping that their starters stay healthy. Tyone, Montgomery, who pitched again today, Nestor, I hope he keeps moving forward. Luis Hill, Albert Abreu had a nice inning today. He's one of their hard throw relievers. He might make the squad. So he might, and they have some pretty big arms in the bullpen. Pretty big arms, even with the loss of some guys like Britton and then Chapman's still there, but there's guys that can come in. So yeah, Cody Bellinger's looking terrible. So I wouldn't worry about trading for that guy. I don't see the point trading for him. What would he do here? It's your boy. I totally get it though. He has 16 strikeouts and like 20 at bats. It's brutal. I know a lot of folks wanted to trade for him, but like, man, he doesn't look good at all. I mean, he might be washed up already. This might be like a Kevin Moss thing. He was great for a year, and then just after that, it could be. Yeah, Jeff Monty looked pretty solid, man. He looked solid. He was pitching guys inside, getting guys off balance. So he looked solid. He looked better than he did his first game. And again, that's normal too. Like I think Cole looked better his second game than he did today, even though his velocity was 96 to 98 the whole game. So he had some nasty strikeouts too. Really, really good pitches. Just got hit a few times with some, poorly timed off-speed pitches. Do I want to trade? Yeah, I think they need to make a trade, Anthony Barker. Trade for a pitcher. I do. But yeah. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to give you guys some intel and again recap the game. Be back to the regular live streams, and I'll do a couple more live streams on a regular basis post game. So especially during the season. I think this might be a breakout year for Monday because I've seen some improvement in his command. I would agree with you, Sharif Ellen. I would agree with you. I hope he does, man. I hope he has a good year. I wonder if Tatis not wanting to get his shoulder surgeries because I don't know. It's your boy out. I'm not sure. I mean, Tatis is now getting wrist surgery, right? Or he did get wrist surgery. It could be. Tatis got his money now too, so I don't know. So Pascal, I would like to see the Yankees get number 2 starter, but it's just important. I would like to see them trade for Contreras. Yeah, I mean Contreras and Kyle Hendricks would be the perfect number 2 starter and catcher trade from the Cubs. So Pascal, I just don't know if the Cubs are willing to do that. So Brian Cashman needs to get rid of some prospects because most of them will not have a chance to show their skills when you sell our pitching. Yeah, I mean most of the prospects are not on the 40-man anyway. So, but I guess if you get an opportunity to get a Frankie Montas, he's going to have to give up a couple of top prospects to get him. So, that's the only way you're going to get Frankie Montas anyway. But yeah, you make sense, Anthony. Marvin going to make the I think so, Yankee by nature. I think so. Another super utility would be, a decent get. Ender and Ciarte with the ability to play multiple positions in the outfield. I could see him making it too. So, but it also gives them flexibility to make trades because if they do happen to trade Gleyber Torres for pitching and whatnot, then you plug in DJ right at second, and then Marvin becomes the super utility. So they have options, but this is now that they have a little bit more depth in there, you know what to do with. But that's not necessarily a bad problem either. So, one way or another, it looks like Marvin's going to make the team. It does. It really does. But anyway, that's the live stream. Just a quick recap of the game. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Again, if you enjoy this stuff, let me know. I'll do more live streams post game. And again, I'll tie it into the last inning so that we can finish the game. Watch the game in together. And I do a recap. I have the TV right next to me, so I'll take you through it. And you'll have all the details and updates, obviously, because I write them in my notebook and I recap the whole game for you. Anyway, so it's probably closer that Gardner's gone now, Carl Tushy. I think they're more fine with their outfit than they were before because some of the guys there are playing pretty well. They got Tim LeCastro too, Ender and Ciarte. So at this point, they need Gardner less than they did before. So, but have a great weekend, guys and gals. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you next time.